Hello, welcome back to Farmer's Wife Homestead. Today is the second day of Vlogmas and we are going to be making some dry mixes. We're going to be making scones, pancake mix, chocolate chip cookies, double chocolate chip cookies with candy cane. So that's more of a Christmas theme, pretty much the same recipe as the chocolate chip. And what else are we going to do? And we're going to do a carrot cake mix using my dehydrated grated carrots. So the first thing you need to do is grab everything out. It's going to save you a lot of time. A lot of the recipes have similar ingredients. We've got milk powder, brown sugar, baking soda, the flour, the sugar. I buy in bulk, so I have all these, most of these things in buckets in bulk. So I've got all my notes here. Putting notes aside is a good way of you know, making up something like this bulk cooking. Well, it's not really cooking, bulk pantry preserving. And so I've got my little note here and it's got all the ingredients. Now we will do the pancake mix first. The pancake mix is awesome. It's just pennies on the dollar compared to buying the mix at the supermarket. That's already pre-done. It's basically the same thing, you're just going to add the wet ingredients afterwards. So I'm going to make up that mix. It's awesome. It means that the kids can just scoop out the required amount, and they've got pancakes for breakfast pretty quick, without all the added mess, if you know what I mean. So yeah, so we're going to do the pancake mix first. Okay, so I'm going to pop the pancake mix into this jar. I've got myself a little funnel to help. Let's pop my notes there, and first thing we need is flour. Have all your cups, etc. ready and waiting. So this recipe is for one batch. So I'm going to size this jar, probably might do it by 6. I'll have a look. I'm going to times everything by 6. So I'll do 6 flour. So just give this a thorough mix through, and what you do is pop the instructions on the jar itself. You can write it, put it on a sticker, or just use one of these and tape it on. You're going to use 2 cups of this pre-mix to 1 egg to 1 cup of water. All the recipes we will be making up tomorrow, day 3 Vlogmas. That's thoroughly done now. I have to stand on tippy toes, I'm so short. So as I was saying, tomorrow we are going to make up all these dry mixes so you can see the outcome. Troubleshoot if there's any issues. You know, when you're working with flour, sometimes you need more liquid and things depending on the humidity. Okay, the next one we're going to make is the scone mix. As I said, I am going to try putting the dehydrated onions in here and see how that goes. I don't believe I've made it with dehydrated onions, so we'll see the outcome of that tomorrow. But this is my scone recipe that I've used for years. When I had a cafe, they were a bestseller and people loved them, and there's a little method that I use to make sure that you get nice and fluffy scones, but we'll share that tomorrow. So I've got my little list here. I'm going to start with 3 cups of flour, 2. I love cheese and onion scones. If you want to just make up the full dry mix, just omit the onions and the parsley, and then you could like double or triple this, and then you will have the ability to make scone raisins. You could put cheese and ham, make them into scrolls for easy lunch boxes. So that's 3, and we need 1/4 cup of milk powder, and a tablespoon. I'm just making it a little bit heat. It's fine. You can make scones dairy free. I used to work at a childcare centre and I made my scones dairy free, so you can omit the butter and you can use any other type of milk, non-dairy milk, and it works just fine without any butter. So that's handy to know. And then we have 6 teaspoons of baking powder. Make sure those are level. 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we need a teaspoon of salt. Anything with flour really needs to be salted. Helps with the flavouring. So we've got all those ingredients. Now I'm going to grab the dried parsley that I've dehydrated, and my new dehydrator, which is just sitting right here. It's a Bio Chef parsley. Let's crush it up a little. It's always good to grow your own herbs and then dehydrate them. I'll do quite a lot more of parsley. Let's put that there, and I do my own dehydrated onion flakes as well. So I buy onions when they're in season and cheap, and I also grow them, but I haven't been able to grow any this year. So I've got a back injury. So about that. And then tomorrow we will add the water, butter and cheese, and these will be cheese and onion. Looking forward to seeing how the dehydrated onion goes. Right, now to the carrot cake. I think I might layer this one. We're going to go with 1 cup of flour. 1 cup of sugar, there's a 1/2 cup, quite a lot of sugar in this one. In fact, I'm just going to put it down to 3/4. Okay, a teaspoon of baking powder. Teaspoon of baking soda, I'm just going to crush that in my hand. One teaspoon of cinnamon. Try and make it look pretty. This would make a nice Christmas gift. And if you're making up the recipe, it's 2.5 cups of normal grated carrot. So I did 2.5 cups of carrot and then I dehydrated it, and this is turned into 1 cup. So we will just pop that in. Oh, they look so pretty. You can also add walnuts to this if you like. I might add some walnuts as well. Okay, so here I've got some walnuts and canned, and I'm just gonna pop some pieces in. You don't have to do this, but it's quite nice to have that little bit of crunch in a carrot cake. It'll probably be about 1/4 cup or so. It's the thing with baking. You have to keep the measurements good for like flour and stuff like that, but you can add something like nuts and it not be an issue. Yeah, that will do. What I'll do is I'll vacuum pack that again, and I'll show you shortly how to do that. So that's that one. Put a lid on. Now I've got this little vacuum sealer, got off on Amazon. I'll link that down in the description below. You pop the top on, make sure it's straight. Put this here. Give it about 10 to 15 seconds. There's quite a bit of empty space here, so I'll do it for a little bit longer. Turn it off. You can hear that little suction. Take this cap off, and then this is tight as. So that is now good to keep on your pantry shelf for literally months and months and months, probably even up to a year. You're not going to get any bugs in there, and it's going to be really handy if you just have visitors arrive quickly or something like that. And as I said, you can give it as a gift as well. All the recipes are going to be on my website, so I'll link that below as well. Anyway, so what are we on to next? We're on to chocolate chip cookies. Yum! Grab another jar. These ones will just make single serves, or you could probably 2 1/4. You might actually be able to get 2, a double batch. So what we will do is just let's have a look. Let's give it a go. Right. So this will be, if it's double, it's going to be 4.5 cups. No, it's definitely not going to do double in a litre. So we'll just go with the 1. So that's 2 1/4 cups of flour. And then we want baking soda. Oh, that's the baking powder. Get that wrong. That's the wrong one. And your dandy apron. Just going to crush that in my hand, get rid of all the lumps. Baking soda can be like that. Okay, so we need 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And we need 1/4 cup of white sugar. and then 1 cup of brown. Okay, so now you want to just press that brown sugar down. So you've got some room for the chocolate chips. There you go, I'm only going to fit 1 cup into that one. And pop the lid on that. And vacuum seal this one. It's quite full, so it won't take as long to get the air out of there. You should hear a suction. There, see it released. Take this off. Test. Perfect. Shelf stable chocolate chip cookie. Okay, and the last one is the double chocolate with crushed candy canes. We will leave the candy canes whole to start with and just pop them in the jar down the side. Hopefully there'll be some room in there, but I think it'll look quite pretty. Or you could make up your basic jar of the recipe and then tie the candy canes on, something like that. Could do that as well, actually. Because I don't know that they'll fit in there, so I might do that, tie them on. One more jar left. So basically the same as the chocolate chip cookies. And there we have the chocolate chip, double chocolate chip cookie dough, and I think I will definitely had some ribbon on my bench already, so I might just, and then all you're going to do is crush these and then put it into the mixture. And then you'll get that sort of taste of peppermint through the cookie. Bring it down. I'm sure you could make it a lot prettier than what I have right now, but that's just a quick way of doing it. So yeah, I think they're going to be quite handy to have in your pantry. You could give them as teacher gifts for family for Christmas, or you can just have it as a convenience thing in your own pantry. Tomorrow we will be making up some of these mixes, and we'll show you the outcome and give you the rest of the instructions. And I'm looking forward to that, and I will see you tomorrow for Vlogmas Day 3. Thanks for joining me. Bye.